Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. We're doing a little Throwback Thursday, not too long of a throwback. Superman #1 by Brian Michael Bendis, kicking off that series run on Superman, his direction that he'll be taking it. Obviously, he's also writing Action Comics. This is all after he wrapped up the Man of Steel, his kind of, really treatise as to what we can expect for Superman. DC's hooked us up with this, came during San Diego Comic-Con, so we're kind of catching up on some retro reviews. Not so retro, but, you get the point. Alright, so Brian Michael Bendis is writing this. He's also writing Action Comics. And, I've said it in, I think, my Action Comics review. I've said it in my Man of Steel reviews. He gets Superman, he gets Clark Kent. He really does a great job of the character aspects of things. The story itself, though, feels like it's missing something. There's that excitement, there's that hook that really is having me come back. The issue is okay for me. Like, it's not bad. It's a good read. It's not when I'm jumping out that I'm super excited for what comes next. I'm intrigued as to what comes next. But, this isn't one that, I have to read or I feel like I'm missing out. What he does really well is obviously Lois and Jonathan are off in space with his father, Jor-El, doing God knows what. He's kind of lost. He wants to get a hold of them, doesn't really know how. He's kind of like listless in that way. Basically his wife has left him alone on Earth, and he's been around his wife and his kid for so long that he's not quite sure what to do. Throws himself in his work as kind of expected. This makes sense. And the other is he's kind of dealing with Rogazal's, like, his destruction of everything, the destruction of Fortress of Solitude, the City of Kandor, like all these mementos and memories of him. So this is kind of fallout for that. He's sitting Shiva. He's kind of thinking about where he and Supergirl kind of are in the world at this point, since they are the last Kryptonians in so many ways, and a lot of the memories and everything kind of reside in them. So all that's pretty good. Like, the human side of it, I think, is really, really good. There is some excitement that just feels like it's missing in a lot of ways. The action isn't there, which, obviously it's Superman on Action Comics, so wouldn't expect too much action. But it's just it's a focus on the characters. It's a very interesting shift from the previous volume of Superman, the previous creators, and it doesn't quite work for me. I think the previous creators did a really great job of mixing action and looking at the characters. This just looks at a lot of the characters, and it's kind of missing some of that action. That being said, there were some issues that I had with it. There's an exchange between him and Martian Manhunter that I feel is very, very weird, where Martian Manhunter kind of tried to talk him into leading the world. It's just not very Superman, nor does it feel like very Martian Manhunter. But the really great part in the comic is that end of what it kind of sets up. Really interesting concept, and kind of fascinating to see where that goes in the second issue. So overall, like, it's not bad. It's an entertaining read, but I think we've seen better. Pencils by Ivan Reis, awesome. Joe Prado does the inks, Alex Sinclair colors, Josh Reed letter, Adam Hughes, David Mack variant, Jessica Chen associate editor, Michael Cotton editor, Brian Cunningham is the group editor. The art is, I think, fantastic. The art looks really, really good. And some top-off stuff. There's some cool stuff like that in space, and then I don't want to do that. Then we kind of get him reminiscing on Earth, doing a pretty good job with that. There was some characterizations I think were a little off as far as what some characters looked like. Not really characterizations, but look of characters were like slightly off. But yeah, it's not really an issue that I think hooks me. I think that's kind of my big problem with it, is it's not bad. There's some cool moments out there, like he's talking to Martian Manhunter and he's running off and saving people. But like, I don't know. There's just something that's missing. I think the super aspect is missing. It's a great person showing off how to be a hero, but it just doesn't feel like super to me. I don't know if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. So basically, I'm going to wait and see how the series plays out. I'm not quite willing to write it all off yet, but the first issue doesn't get me like pumped for the second. Let's go with that. Now, if you're a diehard Superman, you might disagree with me and dig this. So I think this is one for the diehards only. I think there's better spots to start with Superman and better runs to go with. So that's where I'm at. Yeah, it's obviously in comic stores already. It's been out for a few weeks now. You should go support your local comic shop if you're going to go purchase. We got a link beneath this. You put in your zip code. It'll tell you if a shop's near you. No shop, no problem. We got some affiliate links. There are affiliate links. We do get a small percentage. I want to thank DC Comics for hooking us up with the review copy. As always, thank you for the support. We really appreciate it. Thank you for watching, your support as well. Now, if you're into DC Comics, comics in general, you can check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, as always, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.